Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to your mid-August 2021 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. It's not raining here. And yeah, so let's see what is going to be going on here. Oh, wow. Very emotional. First three cards are Cups cards. Okay. Oh, that's interesting because I was going to mention, so I have Taurus rising, the new moon is in the 4th house, and that's Cancer's house. And that's a water house, so there's all that water. The new moon in Leo, Lionsgate. Well, let's see if I can do this without, yay, there you go, a little bit better angle. So the heart of the matter is a card associated with Cancer, and this is the 6 of Cups. This is where the new moon is occurring in the 4th house that Cancer rules home and family. So the past can come up for you in some way, but as it pertains to moving forward, which is kind of interesting. So one example of this is with just talking about the new moon specifically is manifesting a new home, or, you know, that beginning the process of calling into existence a new living situation, whether it's a house, an apartment, or what have you. And but this card specifically, the 6 of Cups, relates to childhood in some cases, which is the 4th house, and children. So if you are visiting your children or they're visiting you, you know, this being the middle of August, maybe you're getting ready to have an empty nest, Taurus. And so you've become quite sentimental at this time because this is the last week that you're going to have with your son or daughter before they go off to college, and you're feeling very maybe you're feeling a bit sentimental because you it's just a big change for you. But in your own case, your past may somehow collide with a new beginning. Even I could even see some Taurians moving back to their hometown. Maybe you were gone for a long time and you want to move back. And so it's a new situation, but it's also the past coming back up for you. It was very interesting because today I got a cup of coffee somewhere, and it was in my hometown, right around the corner from where I had an apartment like 30 years ago. And I was like sitting in this place, and I mean, it was even longer than that I had the apartment, but I mean, that was when I moved. And I was sitting, you know, right around the corner, and I was just marveling at how it's like such a different feeling than it was back then. It's like coming full circle, but you're in a different place. And so it has completely different connections for you. Even though I've always lived in the same basic area, it's so interesting to go back to a former life within this lifetime and just feel how, you know, you have expanded. And it's a great feeling, you know. So even some people have a really weird thing about going back to their hometown because they may have not had a happy childhood or something like that, and they fear that they will be triggered by those memories. But really, if you have grown, then it no longer can haunt you. And if you do feel that you have been triggered, that's okay. It just shows you that there is still work to do, and that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with healing. The thing is to be aware of it. In the past position, we have the King of Cups. This is a card sometimes of a spiritual advisor or a counselor who is helping you to get in touch with your emotions. A spiritual counselor can even be like a pastor of your church or a priest, just somebody that you can share your emotions with. The king can be the father. Now, if you had a relationship with your father that was less than desirable, and let's say your father passed away, that person, I feel, can still be somebody helping you, because they are no longer in that position of whatever it was that had that, of like your adversary. So now they are seeing you as you really are. From the other side, they're able to be more connected to God, and they're no longer having that distortion of seeing you in a negative light. So they can help you. And so I hope that this can provide healing for some people who have an unhealed relationship with their father, especially if he has passed away and you feel like you never really resolved some of those things, and that has always bothered you. But this could be a mature male. When I say mature, chronologically older, but also emotionally mature. So even if the person's like on the younger side, I mean, sometimes a knight could be an older man who never grew up, or in a positive sense, who always has that inner child, has a playful spirit. So this could like literally be a water sign individual. Perhaps this is like a soulmate. The Six of Cups, that's right, is a soulmate. So if you have met someone or reunited with someone, this might be this man, and he has grown up. Sometimes when, we talk about the one who got away, sometimes that person may have been afraid of commitment at that time, and they had to go through some things before they were ready to commit. So if there was somebody in your life long ago that you have recently brought back into your life, or somehow maybe it was very I don't want to say random, but it was surprising. You have Uranus transiting your sign, Taurus, so surprises and unexpected events can occur. Some of them can be quite magical. And maybe that was like some kind of reunion with somebody from your past who you have always held a torch for. And now they are more mature. Sometimes they can literally be a water sign, Cancer, a Scorpio, or Pisces. The higher message is the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, a really great card. And another thing, this is Jupiter in Pisces, and we did recently have, that's what this card connects to. We recently did have Jupiter in Pisces. Now it's back in Aquarius, but Pisces for Taurus is the 11th house. And the significance of that is that this is the house of hopes and wishes. So some of your dreams may be coming true, and they can even be, now that Jupiter's back in Aquarius, they still have the potential, they're still waiting to come true for you. And now Jupiter is back in your career sector. So it's the better it gets, the better it gets. You may be feeling very emotionally satisfied with your life at the moment. And so take time to notice if this is the case. Take time to appreciate it without needing to necessarily, I'm not going to say brag, because this can be like a gloating type of an energy sometimes, because it's so good. You want to just share it with everyone, but almost like in that kind of a way. not because you want to make people feel bad, but simply because it's such a relief to feel so much better than maybe you have been feeling in the past. And resist temptation. If you have very close friends, people who are very supportive, and this is just a normal thing that you would talk about with them, that's a different story. But don't do things that attract any kind of drama to you, because sometimes it can rile the demons, if you know what I mean. The people that are very unhappy in life, hearing about other people's good fortune can be really maddening to them. And maybe, there's a part of yourself where who those people are, and you're kind of like, I'm going to give them a little bit of a jab. I'm going to kind of tweak them a little bit by, letting the cat out of the bag. Maybe you're not going to say something to them directly, but you're going to say something to somebody that you're friendly with, who's friendly with them, knowing that they're going to gossip about it. And you may think that it's going to make you feel better, but really it could create a lot of drama that you don't need right now. And plus, you want to savor your good fortune. You don't want to jeopardize it by getting egoed out about it. And again, I mean, it might be because somebody was trying to keep you down. That maybe this has to do with someone who you feel stole this person from you. You know what I mean? And I don't like to get into that because I don't believe in that. I believe that nobody can steal somebody from somebody else unless they allow it. But you may have seen it that way, is what I'm trying to say. What crosses you is the Three of Wands. So this is what's going on right now is really asking of you, Taurus, to expand your life in multiple ways. The Three of Wands to me is about freedom, autonomy. And Taurus, because you do have Uranus transing your sign, this is going to bring opportunities your way that you may not see as opportunities. You may feel uncomfortable with some of the things that are kind of, I don't want to say handed to you, but come your way, because you may feel like it's too much change, like too radical a shift. And I would, having Taurus rising, I would agree that if something feels really too extreme, that you have the right to kind of like, I'm not saying turn away from it, but don't be completely involved with it, because you might feel that it's going to shake up your life too radically. But at the same time, be open to change. As a fixed sign, just even the word change may make you break out into hives. And you have to be willing to change that so that you can expand, because that is what I believe the ultimate purpose of life is that we are always learning more about ourselves, learning more about others, the world, and the spiritual dimension. And when people want to just like play it safe, that's when there's that stagnation can creep in. Okay, so what's coming in? The Eight of Swords. Awareness of how you are holding yourself back. So let's say that what I have been talking about has been accurate for you, about that you've met somebody. Obviously, that's not going to be true for all of you, but I'm talking about especially like somebody that either you feel is soulmate material or somebody from your past that you've always felt was the one, and you were never really giving your heart to anybody else. But there still may be something, even though this may be your dream of dreams, the Nine of Cups, and you feel like you're having your wishes come true, but you still are, you still are afraid to progress. And part of that, and that's what the Three of Wands in the challenge position. So the Eight of Swords is really about, what are you holding yourself back from, Taurus? If you are, if you have the old tapes playing, and these can be that you're not worthy, that you don't deserve this, you haven't worked hard enough. Six of Cups can be even like, if you've always had this dream of yours since childhood and it's always been on the back burner and you've done a whole bunch of other things and you really want to accomplish this goal, and you feel like this is what you were meant to do, but you're still afraid, that can hold you back. And so look at those things, because you may be having good things happen to you and you still have some kind of like negative feeling, almost like a little bit apprehensive about it. The outcome is the Hangman, and this is a card that is all about letting go. I feel letting go of resistance. The resistance can be even to the good that comes your way. Some people have a lot easier time with challenging events than when something good happens to them, because they're much more familiar with failure, with stress, with disharmony. And when they meet someone that treats them well, it can really feel anxious for them, because it's not what they are used to. And if this is something that is true for you, that's okay, even though it is upside down. It's funny, the Hangman is upside down. It's okay, but you have, the Hangman is about having patience when you are in this in-between time, which this might be for you, in a period of transition. That it's interesting, when I said transition, I was thinking about how in November there's going to usher in the eclipses that involve your sign. And think about that, Taurus, because eclipses in your sign, with also Uranus being in your sign, this is like a major shakeup for Taurus. And then in 2022, Scorpio is going to have eclipses in their sign along with Taurus, because they are your opposite sign. So maybe this is this kind of period of time before things really get start to rock and roll. So don't look at it as no man's land. Look at it as the calm before the storm. But the storm can be exciting for you. It doesn't have to be full of drama. But part of the eclipses is about, and that's why I'm saying for this, even in your life in general, is learning how to go with the flow, learning how to not always try to control everything. And if obviously you have to direct your own life. You can't just be just drifting along and not having any kind of direction. Of course you could, but I mean, I'm not saying that you should do that. But I'm just saying that, the more you try to resist things that appear to be coming into your life for a reason, the more that I feel it forces itself upon you. And so the smart thing to do is to surrender to this moment with grace and with faith. Okay, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.